This. This is the face of a man who has been desperately trying to make this squad work because we're just so inconsistent this season. The effects of relegation have really taken hold upon Watford this season. Promotion is not necessarily a guarantee, and a lot of it is to do with the fact that our goals are not coming quite as freely. I mean, our top scorer is our striker, Mamadou Dumba. Fair enough, I can live with that. But then after that, apart from Will Alves, who has 11 goals, he plays on the right wing most of the time these days. You then got Nathan East, who's our young winger. 7 goals in 10 starts, fair enough. But as for strikers-wise, not including Jamie Robinson, who plays out on the left wing, next striker down, Londonio, 4 goals. That's not what I'm expecting. After that, striker-wise, Iman Kunda plays on the right. Duomo is not exactly playing. Where is my next striker? Oh my goodness. Where is the next striker? Keep going. Kerengard. 0 goals. 0. This number here. The same for Hurtado. Granted, he was injured for quite a while, but I'm just not convinced by him at all when he's come on as a substitute. He's got 0 goals as well. You see the problem we're having with our strikers up front. We did have another striker as well, Semedo, but he wanted a mutual termination, so I got rid of him. Because he was on, £10,000-15,000 a week and I wasn't actually going to be playing him. But the fact that we have just not been scoring freely means we have drawn a lot of games. I mean, we had a good run for most of November. Obviously, the end of October, not so good. But then the whole of December, I mean, we've drawn the last 4 games. A 6-1 thrashing at the hands of Chelsea didn't help. That was in the Virtu Trophy. No one cares about the Virtu Trophy, but the players were so disgusted by their own performance in this, they actually offered a refund to the fans who actually attended, which is the first time I've seen that in Football Manager, so fair enough. And ironically, this is the one game we played Pierre Duomo. He did score, but I've not played him ever since, and we've done much better, so make of that what you will. But today, we do have a revenge mission against Kings Lynn, and then we'll have a little distraction, I think, from the league as well. So a home match against Crystal Palace in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. I said we'll only show the FA Cup if we get a big match. Mid-table Crystal Palace is about as big of a match as we're probably going to ask for, except for maybe one of the big 6. They are currently 11th in the league, so they're not doing too bad. Hold on. Are Brighton top of... How are Brighton top of the league? Nearly halfway through the season. That's crazy. I mean, we're only 4.5 years into the future, so it's not like we're in the stupid land for teams actually doing magnificently well or overperforming. You wouldn't expect that at this stage. In terms of performance, though, we are actually underperforming. Yeah, we're in 2nd place in the league, but had we actually won some of these 10 games that we've drawn, I mean, look at that. It's mostly away games. Luckily, we are very difficult to beat, but we are drawing a lot of games, mostly away from home. And we've drawn the last 4 in the league. Thankfully, Barnsley have drawn 3 of the last 5, so they're bottling just as hard as we are. So let's go and try and put it right today against Kings Lynn, who are currently sitting in mid-table, 11th place, 41 points. Realistically, they shouldn't be getting relegated, which is actually really fun to see. A lot of that, though, is down to the fact that Carl Daly is scoring a hatful of goals. 18 goals this season. He is having the season of his life. So I'm seriously considering bringing him back from his loan in January. We are on the edge of the January transfer window. If I have the option to bring him back, I probably will. Because now, in order to try and solve our issues up front, I'm having to play 2 strikers. Which means Carl Daly would fit into this system very, very well. Him and Dumba up front, or if we get another striker in alongside Dumba or Daly, that might help because I'm trying to get rid of Kerengard and Hurtado in January. Since it's going to be the back 11, this is going to be the 11 we're going to play in this match. Selvik in goal, a back 4 of Mateju, Cashin, Hill and Kabila Rivera. Hill, by the way, is a new free signing that we got in between the last episode and now. 3.5 star accountability, 3.5 star potential, 27-year-old English centre-back and right-back, just in case. He's come in, good Premier League player. Don't know why he's decided to come to us, but I suppose he just needed the game time. Formerly of Bournemouth, so he has played in the Premier League. In fact, in real life, he's played in the Premier League. Oh, hello. Good player. Very good player. And he is slotting in to our defence because Juma Bar is off at African Cup of Nations duty. Simons and Traversa in the midfield. In fact, should I drop these two back here? That might help us defensively. Just a little bit. Should I do box to... In fact, you can be the defensive midfielder. Traversa, you can be a box to box. Just help out in the middle up here. We'll see how that goes. We are at home against Kings Lynn for this one, so hopefully that'll make a bit of a difference this time. Robinson left wing, De Jesus right wing, Dumba and Londonio up front. Londonio playing in that deep line forward role. De Jesus, he wants more game time, so I'm going to try him on the wing. Why not? It gives Alves a break because we played quite a few games recently. He is on the bench, so he can come on if needs be. Mutavelli, his loan finishes very soon. Bar, please say your loan actually goes to the end of the season. Oh, thank goodness it does. Right, we probably won't get him back next season, but depending on if we get promoted or not next season, at the end of this season, I may or may not be around next season because the board are, I think they're still expecting playoffs. When I did arrive, they wanted automatic promotion. Who else has arrived? Lewis Banks, I have no idea who that is. Tyler Orr is starting this one. By the looks of it, Doherty has dropped out the squad. No, Carl Daly can't play because he's not cup tied, but he can't play against his parent club, which we are. So, no Carl Daly for this episode, which is a bit of a shame. Let's just have a quick look at where Kings Lynn, or how Kings Lynn are lining up. So, Richards is up front. Fantastic. Oh my goodness, right. We need... I should have gone for the... We owe Kings Lynn revenge after last time. I'll do that at half time. Assuming that talk actually comes up. Because that would probably have been the one to do. What was that free kick exactly? That was awful. For the last episode, we did lose to Kings Lynn 3-2 at their place, so I thought that was just going up. But no, it's not. Instead, it was a moment of magic. Great cross in by Mateju, and Dumba rises to power that header into the back of the net, and that's the start that we needed this time. Kings Lynn got the fast start last time, we're getting it this time. 1-0, 5 minutes gone, and Dumba with his 13th of the season, poor goalkeeping again, I could care less. Kings Lynn's keeper, he could have an absolute mare today, and I would absolutely welcome it. But that's his 13th of the season. If Londonio can get on the score sheet as well, that would make me feel a bit better about playing two up front. But as for the other two, Hurtado, Keremgard, as I've mentioned, yeah, they're transfer listed and I want them gone in January. I did get an offer actually for Keremgard, but I think we paid about £4 million for him. And I can't remember what team it was. They were offering about £600,000. Bit of an insult. If it comes down to it at the end of January and that's all we get, then that's fine, we'll take it. Dumba's offside there, I already know that. But before that, I would like to get at least £1 million for Keremgard. I know he's not my player, but I want to get at least a bit of money back so we can invest it. And not only that, because the boards have only allocated me 30% of any transfer fee that we get. That's a free kick, ref. What? Nothing at all for that. Awful. Kings Lynn coming forward here, but Simon's playing... You know what? Maybe he's the defensive midfielder that we needed. That is his natural position, but I've been trying to persist with him as a central midfielder, and that key tactical decision before this match has helped us win the ball back, get the ball forward, and make it 2-0. Dumba with his second of the game. I think it's an assist for De Jesus. Well. Is De Jesus a winger rather than a right back? Maybe. I think that this is actually the first game that I'm playing him in that role, by the way. This is just purely experimental because at right back we've got Rivera, we've also got Ngakia as well. Slater can play at right back, he hasn't played much recently anyway. Maybe De Jesus on the right wing is a solution, especially as Irankunda, who is, I think he's the last player who actually wants to leave after relegation. He's actually going at the start of January because we've managed to sell him for £6 million, but we won't even see much of that £6 million. Because 2.2 million of that is going to his former club at Bayern Munich. I don't know what these clauses are that they've managed to poorly negotiating to these contracts, but whatever. It's not something I can do anything about. Dunbar into the area. He's on a hat-trick, by the way. And there's Robinson, and he's been blocked. 3-0 would be an excellent scoreline to have for us right now. Hill bringing the ball out of defence. Cashin really bringing the ball out of defence. But because Irun Kunda is going at the start of January, obviously that frees up another winger space. And I'll tell you what, if... Hang on, Brad... Oh, is that Bradley De Jesus? Is that his first name, Bradley? I never knew. How did I not know that? Why is he just showing as Bradley? Could you not put De Jesus on there? I've seen longer names than that. I mean, Capilla Rivera's on here. Okay, right. But yeah, as there's going to be a free slot at right wing, if De Jesus can fill that, absolutely fine. It means we can focus our efforts on a striker. What happened there? Joe Palmer scoring. Bittersweet again. I brought you into this team. I will take you out of it. I could actually take him out of it. We could buy him. I mean, I wouldn't be against that. But do we play with an attacking midfielder these days? Not at the moment. Dipping effort by Robinson. Currently 2-1, by the way, after 65 minutes. It's back to nerves again. I would like us to get a victory. We've not had a league victory in the whole of December. I would like to change that. Londoño plays the ball in over to the other side. Jay Robinson. Oh, it's been blocked off again. Well taken down by Dunbar. Traversa. Off the bar. Oh, nobody could get on the end of that. Dunbar. Robinson. Oh, it's been saved this time. We are getting the shots. We're just not finishing them. It's mostly our midfield who's getting the actual shots off for the most part. Jay Robinson's had 2 efforts blocked. Traversa's hit the bar. I mean, what else can we actually do? Right, Alves is going to go on for De Jesus, who's had a good game. But actually, you know what? Robinson's had a poor game. We're going to put Alves on the left-hand side, because Robinson's just not been that good today. If we want to take De Jesus off later, we got Nathan East. Ngakia. How's our right backs? How's the full-backs looking? Okay for the moment. Cashin is not having a good game. Sanderson can come on for Cashin. Cashin's played a lot of games in recent times. He needs a bit of a break. Dion Sanderson wants more game time, so a good chance for him, I guess, to show something. Ball played in from a corner, cleared. We've got the ball back in the area. It has been crossed. Oh, my goodness. There's just... Oh my god. Why have we got 4 all the way back here? I need to have a look at my defensive set pieces. What on earth? Dunbar, broken through. Oh, how did he miss? Oh my gosh, how did he miss that? That was awful. As much as Dunbar is our top scorer, and oh, Rivera, can you be careful, please? As much as Dunbar is our top scorer, he does miss some absolute howlers. Well done, Sanderson and Alves. You could probably have taken that down. They are bringing the ball back in here. Selvik, I'd have rather he caught that. Oh, it's actually gone over the bar. Okay. Fair enough. I thought it was actually a save. Any more changes? Simons is knackered. Mateju is knackered. We don't have enough. Have I not got Magoma? Oh, blimey, no Magoma. Simons can go off for Slater. Traverse is holding on for the moment. Mateju, can he go over to the left? No, he can't. He's not good. Sanderson can't play out there. Neither can Hill. Slater can, but we don't have another central midfielder. Well, actually, East. He can't play defensive midfield. That's a bit of a problem. Especially out of possession, we need him to play defensive midfield anyway. Okay, so we're going to try and do the old game management trick. Much lower. Didn't want to do that screen. Time wasting, we're going to start getting that on. Distribute slowly. And start regrouping. It's a bit early. I normally like to do it around the 88th, 89th minute, but needs must at this stage, as we've got another highlight, but it is ours for the moment. Dunbar with a free kick. Why he's taking the free kick, I have no idea. I need to sort out... We do have a set-piece coach, but are these lists just being created at random on a Saturday morning down the local pub? Ball played in. Slater has a shot, and it is over the bar. Hopefully that's it. Let's have a look, and that is Revenge sealed. It is our first victory of the month. I will absolutely take it. Real Jekyll and high performance from you. Second half showing was unacceptable. You know what? We haven't won in a while, so I'm going to say that was a good win for us. We need all the confidence that we can get because that was just a very poor showing. Well, the second half was poor anyway from us. We're still sitting in second, 3 points behind Barnsley, who, by the way, we did play recently, and guess what? We drew against them. Bristol Rovers drew, as did Chesterfield and Bolton. Lincoln and Leighton both lost. A bit of breathing space for the moment, but what we are going to do now, we will come back for the Crystal Palace game. I think we need a bit of a break from the league just for a moment. Also, as it's going to be in the middle of January, any transfers that happen, I shall let you know. Transfer business has already begun. A few players who have left. Iran Kunda, who I mentioned earlier, of course. He has gone to Hoffenheim in Germany. £4.5 million. I think that actually contains some clauses on there as well. In fact, that's just his main contract. There are clauses in there which I think will take it up to around about £6 million. So not too bad. I think that is a loss. Actually, no, it's a profit. Wow, well done. We actually got a profit on him. 2.6 million he arrived for. He leaves for almost triple that. So fair enough, and good luck to Iran Kunda. It's a shame he's gone. He is a good player, certainly physically for our level, but he just never performed. Hurtado has gone as well, one of two strikers who have left. He's gone back to his homeland in Colombia at Independiente Medellin. Yeah, he just played a few games for us. I wasn't impressed. So he's gone for £625,000. Undisclosed what he actually arrived for, but again, good luck to him. He wasn't my player to begin with. Neither was Iran Kunda, and neither was Kerungard, who has gone to Hellas Verona in Italy, I think. Yeah, Italian Serie B. So he's gone for, how much was it for? £750,000. It was originally an end of contract signing that he was going to be for Verona, but I offered him to them for £750,000. They took it. I probably should have offered for £1 million, see if they would buy it, but never mind. He just never scored any goals for us, and that does mean we have slots filled up available for 2 more strikers. So guess what? Where can I find it? Hold on. I have actually brought Carl Daly back to the club. He had ended his stint at Kings Lynn. He is now available for us, except for the first match against, our second match of the day against Crystal Palace, because he's cup tied. He already played in the last 2 rounds for Kings Lynn, which is a bit of a shame, but he's available for the rest of the season, which is fantastic. Eventually, he finished up on 18 goals in all competitions for Kings Lynn, which is really, really good. And now he's played 2 games for us. Okay. 6.45. I put that down to the fact our team is still in a depressive slump right now. Although saying that, actually, we have, since the last time you were with me, we did win against Salford and then frustratingly lost against Lincoln. I think that they've done the league double over us this season. Yeah, they also beat us 1-0 at our place as well. So that does mean... I can't even view the league table because we're going into the FA Cup. We are still sitting in second. We were top of the league. And Lincoln are in the playoffs places. That's why. Would have been better to get a win against them, but it is what it is. We sit second, and we're going to take ourselves a little bit of a break by distracting ourselves with the FA Cup. So the only changes that have been made, McKenna is going to come in as the backup goalkeeper for this one. Juma Bar is available. He's back from African Cup of Nations duty. I assume they got knocked out early. Absolutely fine. Mateja, you know what, Mateja, you can take a bit of a break. Magoma is going to come in at left back. But yeah, just see how he does. And Slater comes in at the base in the midfield alongside Simons as a box-to-box midfielder. Give him a bit of time. Mutarelli's loan finishes at the end of this month. Not his contract, but just his loan with us. And yeah, Londonio comes in alongside Dumba up front because of Carl Daly being cup tied. Which means I don't think we actually have any out-and-out strikers on the bench, which is a bit of a shame. Obviously, we've got a bit of a squad depth issue with regards to strikers now, but there are hopefully 1 or 2 more strikers coming in. More on that for the next episode, assuming that they do actually come in. I trust you to make the difference. And speaking of trusting players, I don't expect Watford obviously to win today. It'd be nice if we put up a fight and actually show a bit of dignity in this one against Crystal Palace. And looking at this, there's a few players I recognise as first team starters, but the vast majority I'd say are probably reserves. I've said that before and we've ended up losing, so let's just see how we do. We are going to go positive because we are at home. Let's see if we can try and take it to Crystal Palace in this one. Obviously just nice to be back in the third round of the FA Cup. Yes, there's a bit of money here, especially as we are a bigger club compared to where we've been before. In fact, how many have showed up? 21,500. That's pretty good. Not too bad. We'll get some money out of this. I don't know who's that. Londonia. Why did you not at least run for that? At least pretend like you can actually go and run for it. Long range shot from Crystal Palace. Thankfully, that goes absolutely nowhere. I mean, they've had 6 shots. We've had 1 on target, so yeah. I'm still not expecting us to win this. Do you know what? I'd happily just take a 1-0 loss in this game and just focus on the league for the rest of the season. And then hopefully we get ourselves promoted, even though it's going to be an absolute uphill struggle. My main aim for... Oh my god, Dumbo is through here. And Dumbo scores! What a through ball by Regan Slater, by the way. I've not seen him do that all season long. Maybe I should have given him some game time earlier on. That is a great through ball. I mean, question marks over their defender, but I could care less. And Dumba does very well to get on the end of that. 1-0 Watford against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup. And at the moment, thankfully, we've got 1 striker who can actually score. I just need to get the other 2 scoring. Carl Daly has shown he can score at this level. Or at League 1 level, more to the point. Londonia does score, but not a massive amount, as Palace have got an almost instant equaliser. 30 minutes gone, and it is 1-1. It's a very simple through ball, isn't it? Yeah, and Ngakia just lost their attacker there. Not ideal, but not particularly surprised. I don't know who's actually a regular anymore for Palace and who isn't. It could be the entire starting 11 that they normally play with. Palace are mid-table in the Premier League, so I wouldn't expect them to still have a lot of the same players that they do now in real life. So it is what it is. Let's just encourage the boys going into half-time. As I'll just give them that last little bit of encouragement. God knows they probably need it, as one of our players just gets skinned there. Well done, Magoma. It is cleared, but not very far. Dumba doesn't win the ball, and that is way higher than the crossbar. It's a wild shot, as yet again, another highlight before the break. I was hoping to get through this game very quickly, but clearly that's not going to happen, is it? This first half. Oh, going on very quickly as Vieira has scored. It is offside. Just see the referee shimmying into position. Very nice. That was very lucky. I'm happy with the performance so far. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy. 1-1. Okay, the end of this first half was not great, but again, we're not expected to win. The fact that we got to 50 minutes at 1-1 is quite incredible, certainly for this team. They're just very suspect at the back, hence why we've gone to 2 defensive midfielders. Try and stem the bleeding a little bit. Oh my god, that was very lucky. And Ngakia in the right place there. Oof. This Vieira guy is very troubling. I do think we need to mark him. And in fact, where are opposition instructions? Here we go. What position does he play in? Oi, what position does he play in? Right, he's a left winger. Okay, let's go to that then. Left wing. Oh, there we go. Why is it saying all positions? I've never been on this screen before. Seriously, I've not actually used this. Vieira, not tight marking. We're going to go hard on the tackling and show him onto his weak foot. Does he have a weak foot? Yeah, show him onto his left. Trigger the press. Just try and close him down to see if we can take him out of the game a little bit, because He's causing us some issues. Robinson. Ping pong tennis at the moment, my goodness. Yeah, so just going hard. That was him on the ball. I just want you to just crunch him. Crunch him. Just take him out. Oh dear. It does leave other players open. My God, that was very close. Oh, that is a penalty. Oh, Simons. I thought we got away with that, but wasn't to be. Right, ready for the encourage. And that is a very good penalty, actually. McKenna was sent the wrong way. He was sold a dummy there. And it was just a poor penalty to give away for Simons. He crunched the wrong man. It was actually Vieira who was supposed to crunch. Right, we are coming up to the hour mark. So trying to think about substitutions. As have we got a throw in? Is that ours? Yeah, it's ours. So Magoma with the throw in. Let's see if we can create anything here. Dunbar, oh, it's just saved. That was a very good cross and header. Magoma could have actually got that. But he does more in the tackles, so fair enough. I'll give him that. As the highlights still continue. Okay, Football Manager, seriously, I've not even got dynamic. Hang on. Dynamic mode is not even on. I've never had it on, to be honest. I've seen how much longer it makes the match. As we are just sitting back way too much. For goodness sake. Are we sitting back way too much on these players? Maybe we should just do regroup because it's clear that they don't know what they're doing. Right, 3-1 down. It's not ideal. East is... I mean, I forgot to say Alves is actually injured for 2 to 4 weeks. Capilla Rivera is going to come on for Ngakia. Ngakia having a torrid game. He's been run ragged. Mateju... Actually, you know what? Mateju's not going to be the solution here. Dobson, he's actually back from injury now, so he's going to come on for Simons, who's on a yellow card after that penalty he gave away. And do you know what? Nathan East, let's see what you can do at left back. Robinson's going to go to the right. Nathan East can go on the left. Let's see what you can do, if anything. Right, by some miracle, we've actually got ourselves to the 80th minute, but Palace do have the ball, and there is Dobson. Good tackle. On return from injury, Robinson, Slater. Slater's not done too bad today. East. Oh, beautiful through ball. And that is into Dunbar. And it is 3-2. Yes, the referee stayed away. It is not offside. That was beautifully worked, by the way. Great through ball by Nathan East. Into Robinson on the right-hand side. Plays in Dunbar. That is the sort of chance and goal that I am looking for from this squad. Have we got any more in us, boys? We've actually got a highlight here. Robinson. Robinson, why not just play... Why is he even in the middle anyway? Just play the ball out wide. Play it out to the left because you're meant to be the one on the right-hand side. Dunbar. Couldn't win it. Well, Robinson did win it, and there's Lodonio down the right-hand side. Try and find Dunbar. Oh, referee! It is a penalty! 85th minute! We have a penalty. Who is stepping up? Dobson, oh boy, Dobson with the penalty. Oh, that was the chance. That was the chance. Oh, that is heartbreaking. We've got 7 minutes though. Let's see what we can do. So, Hill can come on for... In fact, he can come on for Cashin or no, Bar's had a pretty poor game. Mateu is going to come on as well. And do you know what? Mateu will may as well push you up there. Rivera, Slater, Dobson. In fact, keep Capella right here. Keep him right there. As the fullback on the right hand side. May as well go attacking. May as well see what we can do. That was the chance, though, to draw it level. But as it stands, yeah, we've lost. But saying that, 3-2, that's not a disgraceful scoreline against a Premier League outfit. Would have been nice to win, not to be. Unlucky, lads. Do you know what? Fair play on that performance. I can't really fault you for that. So, what we are going to do now, we only received 3.24k just for going out there. Prize money is pathetic at this level. Oh, sorry, in the FA Cup. But what we are going to do, I'm going to play through the rest of January, and then we're going to come back some point in February, I think, depending on how the league form is going, and also who is up at the top of the league near us. So if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you don't miss upcoming episodes for the series. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your support on the series so far, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.